Yeah, and hey, we are the Coalition, loud and proud, outrage porn-free, civilly disobedient media broadcasting live. We're outside the Milagros project. I came over here this afternoon for what I had hoped to be was going to be sort of a neighborhood celebration. Folks who know the Coalition know that the Milagros project is we consider one of the most important, if not the most important, not-for-profit charity, community organizer, community agent, mutual aid society, if you will, in northern Rhode Island. It's a wonderful organization. One of their founders was just recognized by Rhode Island Monthly. They're supported now by a host of, if you will, establishment charities because they recognize the value of the work here done in the community. And the work done here is really very straightforward. It's harm reduction, it's feeding people, it's clothing people, all done by a volunteer workforce that, in your reporter's opinion, accomplishes more than large not-for-profits combined. I'm here with Jen. She's also one of the lead organizers here. I came in here and all hell was breaking loose. What the hell happened today?
Well, everything was going great. As we do, we open up every Saturday where we supply the community with our shared store, where we have clothing, non-perishable food items, and hygiene products that we give away at no cost to anybody in need. Today we were actually doing a community holiday dinner. So we had just an abundance of good food cooked for people. We also were able to get a generous donation from Wigman's Grocery to give people fresh food, produce, meats. We had over 25 turkey dinners, turkeys to give away with the fixings. So a lot, that we wanted to give people for the holidays because they're struggling and times are really tough. Everything was going well until the Woonsocket police pulled up. And Ed Dora decided that my 2 tables and my tent was a violation on the sidewalk of the space that I rent to own, that I rent for this project, and was going to ticket us and wanted everything down and taken away, and just basically was really rude about it. It was kind of just didn't care that we had people out here that we're trying to help, didn't care what was happening. It just was, you don't have a permit, you have a table on the sidewalk basically, and was typical Ed Dora fashion.
Now, this is a gentleman who's been involved, and we'll just keep it generic right now, but he's been involved in a number of controversies in town where one could say authority is an issue and how he wields authority is an issue. This is looking out to be a tough winter here in Rhode Island. Quite frankly, the entire country is facing some real challenges.
Definitely, but even in Woonsocket alone, we don't have a women's shelter. The men's shelter, it can only hold so many people. That's open by Harvest over on near the Salvation Army. There's a small shelter for women who have children, but there's no shelter for just women. There are not places for people to go. They're not, from what we know, extending the voucher program to help put anybody in housing or any type of hotels for the winter. And the people that are unhoused, that are doing their best they can to come together and just kind of get some warmth or build communities or tents or that are outside, they're still being harassed. And nobody's doing anything to help them. So what we're just trying to do, honestly, here, we don't cause problems, we don't bother anybody. We literally feed everybody in the community. We give products to everybody in the community. We do focus on our unhoused population, but we are here for everybody, no questions asked. We're just on the ground doing the work, and we just always people just don't seem to like what we do. Well, the city doesn't like what we do.
But again, this points to the crying need. For folks who haven't been watching, if it's not a problem for you, it's people need to understand, for example, that the cost of filling a 200-gallon heating oil tank in Rhode Island now exceeds $1,000. That's more than
even working people can't afford to live.
Right.
So that's why we're here for everybody in the community. It's not just we're here. We serve everybody that we possibly can because everybody is struggling. Even the working class is struggling.
Right. And this is all volunteer, donation based.
Volunteer, 100% donation based. We, stay all week long collecting donations from the community, and the community has been amazing to us. They literally donate all the clothing, all the non-perishable foods, the hygiene products, the blankets, the winter coats. They donate everything, and everything that's given to us gets put back into the store for the community to come and take what they need at absolutely no cost. we're the only organization that is doing something like this in this city.
Right.
Where we don't ask for identification, we don't ask for your income, we don't put you through this rigorous, phase of do you qualify? Because everybody that walks through our doors qualifies.
Right. And equally as important for folks who are looking to donate, you're independent. You're not tied to any political organization. You're not tied to any political advocacy organization.
No.
You're not tied to any religious organization.
No.
You're actually just a group of people who came together a few years ago, understanding the need both in terms of what happened with the corona pandemic, what happened with the opioid crisis is in terms of the harm reduction work you do,
Yes.
is first and almost foremost in what you do. So this is a universal good. It's in a cynical age, it's hard to find universal goods. So I'll ask you the same question I asked the police officer: why are they busting your balls?
I can answer that.
Mr. Harrison Tuttle.
Mr. Harrison Tuttle, of course. And by the way, Harrison, you support a lot of these events. You're out here routinely in Woonsocket.
We've actually joined forces with Harrison and Black Lives Matter PAC.
Right.
And we do work together, so we're very fortunate.
Look, there's a lot of things that can be said about the city of Woonsocket and specifically the needs of their residents. But I want to highlight and draw attention to how many great volunteers were here today, helping give out food, making sure that people get a nice warm meal for the holidays on this really cold day as we approach the middle of winter. And I think oftentimes we see people that have always done good work have always been met with resistance to the people that have caused so much harm in our community. And so it's really important that you come together. We all come together as a community, very much like so many of our partners that have helped us out up until this point, so we can continue to do the good work, because unfortunately we know there are going to be bumps in the road when it comes to, unfortunately, different people in the city.
Just closing, wasn't today supposed to be a celebration?
It still is.
Okay.
It still is a celebration.
Great comeback.
We still did what we came out here to do.
We did.
We did.
No matter what obstacles are thrown in your way.
No matter what, it's not going to stop us. We still get up every day and we still do the work, and it gets done regardless. And we succeeded at our task today.
How can folks, and this is critical, how can folks donate, whether it be labor, clean food, and what I mean by that is fresh dated, preferably canned, but there's by the way, we always provide links to the Milagros Project Facebook page. There is an Amazon wish list now on through the miracle of Amazon Prime. Anyone in the country who sees this can, if they wish, have things drop shipped here.
Yes.
That are going to, and again, I'm going to stress the all-volunteer nature of this. People know who follow my page know it's sort of a pet peeve of mine. There's a lot of people in Rhode Island making a whole lot of money helping the poor, aren't there? A whole lot of money. These folks aren't. This is all about community aid, mutual aid. So where can folks donate? What's most important right now?
So right now you can always get us on the milagrosproject.org, Milagros Project Facebook page. And both of those pages will have, donation options. You can always directly, Jennifer DuBois on Facebook.
Harrison Tuttle on Facebook.
Yeah, we will always give you the information that you would need. But the milagrosproject.org is the best website. It has the donation button right there, so you can donate or reach out to us. And honestly, because of the winter, we're really trying to collect warm blankets, layered warm clothing, tents, tarps, hand warmers,
Sleeping bags,
body cleansing wipes,
The basics.
Basics. They're honestly just basic human needs.
For basic human dignity.
and opposed to other places that you may give, that you may have questions of where it goes, what you give goes right into the community that Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that week, we put it out and people come.
Definitely.
Well, listen.
And we are servicing roughly between 100 and 150 people every single Saturday, and the population is growing.
Folks, we're going to sign out for right now. We're going to follow up on this story aggressively. Popo shouldn't be shaking down people trying to feed people. Popo shouldn't be roasting people. Popo should be focusing on quality of life issues here in a city like Woonsocket, not preying on, and I use that word intentionally, preying on those who provide for others. Coalition Radio Network out. Listen, we'll be back on this. We're going to reach out to the mayor, Mayor Gendron. Yeah, he wanted to be mayor. Guess what, Mayor? You're mayor. Talk to you soon.